85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
Now you're looking over me and you're saying, Scott, are you a little weathered? No, Andre. This is my second podcast of the night.
Yes.
I was already on one other podcast.
IdeaPRTY.
IdeaPRTY.
I watched it live.
You did.
I was so excited.
Well, for the
and I sent you several show notes, like tips.
It's true.
But you didn't see them during the podcast.
You told me to sit up straight.
Yes, I did.
Which is something I struggle with a lot.
I know. We all do. Which I am not doing it right now.
Well, I'm going to tell Diego what the idea I pitched on there because I don't know if he watched the whole thing.
Right.
And the audience here. So, an IdeaPRTY podcast for the thieves.
We worked with them once earlier, so you may remember them.
Yeah.
They have a show kind of similar to ours.
There's just a little more about the creative process, and they'll almost like charade style pull out a concept and then come up with an idea and iterate and ideate and kind of have fun with it. So the idea that I brought, shout out to my brother Brian, because this is kind of technically his idea.
Brian, who was on the podcast.
He was also on the podcast.
A long time ago.
It's a food truck called Apples and Bananas, because as we all know, we all like to eat apples and bananas. But in this food truck, you'd have apples and bananas, but then also lots of apples and banana dishes.
Right.
So apples and bananas, which would be like an apple fritter and a chocolate dip banana. Eeples and baninis, which would be like a banana smoothie and apple nachos.
Apple nachos?
Ooples and bananas. Have you ever had apple nachos?
Sounds horrible.
What do you think? When I say apple nachos, what do you think?
I assume that it's dried apple slices with stuff on them.
No, they're not dried at all.
It's just apples with stuff on them?
Yeah, so you cut a bunch of apple slices and then you drizzle like
caramel and some raisins and
they're good.
No, I'm glad that it's not dried apple.
No.
Because I'm
not terrible.
Well, those are like apple chips. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
I'm into it. For being pretty much completely allergic to bananas and a little bit allergic to apples, I would not go there.
You're allergic to both of those things?
Well, thieves, it's a whole thing.
Wow.
But it's basically, if you're one of these people, you know what I'm talking about. You're probably allergic to like all fruit and all vegetables raw. And essentially, it's like if you have a pretty bad pollen allergy, then that pollen gets in the food. And then the only way to like unbind the protein is to cook it.
Right.
So when you're like,
okay?
No, not really.
Dang, man.
No.
That's rough stuff.
Except from frozen fruit. Then I usually can have like a fruit, but
the pollen is
to go to Jamba, that's not what you get. So I can have like a banana flambe, but I can't have just like a banana.
Banana flambe.
Yes. So that's my thoughts on apples and bananas. I would not go to this food truck, but I think it's a fun idea.
You'd support it.
And I love Brian.
Well, should we do a podcast?
Let's do a podcast.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal a ship.
Commandant. Note, Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
For someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal this idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
We are back.
Can I say something really annoying up top?
Of course. Always.
Every time I hear that intro, all I want to do is freaking watch Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
And I'm looking around the room, and we have a little bit of a guest audience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I could maybe sucker these two into watching Ocean's 11 with me tonight. And it's like, and I'm like so excited now.
Ocean's 11 1 is such a good movie.
It's the best.
It's
and thieves,
so
if you
good.
haven't, if you buy it on iTunes or if you have the DVD, I'm sure there is a director's commentary, and it is so interesting and so good.
I also Ocean's 12 I think is better than people give it credit for. It's not
Ocean's 12 is so bad I can't watch it.
It's not as
Gotta be real.
Definitely not as good as the first by any stretch, but it is a fine movie. It's like fine.
You know, the guy from Ocean's 11 just died.
What do you
that
mean?
played the kind of grandpa figure.
Oh,
the old Russian
Soul.
Yes, he just died. He just died like 3 days ago.
From Bucky Buchanan.
Exactly. So this podcast is dedicated to him. We don't know your name, but we're sad you died.
Saul. Oh, that's too bad. And Ocean's 13 is good.
Yes.
I'll stand by that.
And I'm bringing the big idea today.
Andre's bringing the big
Excited for
idea.
that.
We had a good show. Andre's bringing the good idea. Got a couple good idea, bad ideas. And
That'll do
Andre,
it.
normally, when he brings the big idea, I ask him, Andre, is it going to be a good idea? And he's like, oh, it's going to be great. And then when we get to the big idea, he gets a little sweaty. He
Yes.
starts crying.
I don't think that's going to happen this
I don't think it's going to happen. Well, We'll see.
I don't know. I'm feeling that confident that I think I actually am just going to power straight through it.
Love it. Well, before we get into Andre's allegedly amazing idea, let's do a little good idea, a bad idea.
Kimmy.
What do you got for us, Andre?
So I brought to the podcast Drawscope. That's drawscope.com. And what it kind of looks like Periscope.
But Drawscope.
And you kind of put a Periscope-like device over your eye, and through refraction or something, it reflects one object, like a vase of flowers, onto a canvas. So essentially you could paint a tracing.
This is the most fascinating thing I think I've seen in a long time.
It's like an optical illusion product.
So the website, I love this Scandinavian guy.
Yeah, me too.
He definitely looks like he knows what he's doing. The device looks like a combination between, those viewfinders that you had looking at, like you'd select.
Yeah, the little red
through.
ones.
Yeah, little red ones, pictures. There's a little bit of that vibe, as well as a cameraman. When he's like framing a shot, he's got his little mini camera thing. There's
there's some
there.
combination there.
But yeah, it looks like it's you hold it up to your eye and you're looking at like a painting on the wall, and then next to the painting you would have an easel. And what this device allows you to do is basically use some sort of optical illusion and mirrors to have it look as if the painting is on the
easel, and then just trace it.
And then you're able to go in and trace it.
One of the cooler use cases, and the only one that interested me, is I've been thinking about painting like a mural.
Sure.
On the wall of my house.
Yeah.
There's real simple abstract shapes.
Yeah.
And using this, like even I could do it, because I could just project it right onto the wall.
Now, I guess it does beg the question, couldn't you also, I guess if you had like a regular projector, like a little pocket projector,
that would also work, but
you wouldn't get to experience this magic.
And you also couldn't do any, so I mean, what he shows is like an actual vase of flowers.
Right.
That then he's painting. With a projector, you'd have to take a picture.
Sure.
And then project it onto the canvas.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a different perspective.
It's $89.
Which seems like kind of a lot for...
It does seem like a lot. I will say that normally things that are... Yeah, because this fits in the palm of your hand. Normally things that are made entirely out of plastic and a few pieces of glass and metal shouldn't be worth almost $100.
Yeah. I don't really see...
But I will
think
say...
you could produce the same thing for considerably cheaper, if not like DIY it.
Well, but also, I would say this is the first time in a while I've been like, whoa, that's like kind of a cool...
Different. This is something I've never seen before.
I've literally never seen anything like this. And I appreciate when something can do that and like delight me in that way. So props.
Would you be brave enough? I don't know. Are you artistic at all? Like
Yeah.
Like with a crayon or with a paintbrush?
I would absolutely try this. It's... The hard thing is if this was $49, I'd buy it right now.
Yeah.
But like $89, it's like that's a
lot of money.
I could buy a lot with $89.
Exactly. What I'm curious about is I wonder if you Googled something like this, I just have a feeling that you could DIY it. I really do. Like you could build your own little cardboard box and put a mirror in there.
Yeah. What's the Google Cardboard version of this?
Like I just have a feeling. I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Thieves. Check out Drawscope and see if you've ever seen anything like this. I think it's really.
It's definitely an interesting product. And I think if you're thinking like, oh, I kind of want to try painting, this might be like a cool way to start.
Yeah. Good idea. I think it's a good idea. All right.
What do you have?
I have getnourished.com. Get-nourished.com. Nourished. Now, I saw this and I was like, wait a minute.
It looks like candy.
So it says UK's highest rated 3D printed vitamins. I didn't realize you could 3D print food.
But you can.
Apparently. 3D print vitamins, yes. So these are like gummies, like gummy vitamins, I guess. And I just thought that was a really fascinating concept.
They look like little octagon. They don't look like a normal vitamin for sure.
Yeah, they look
they look 3D printed a little bit.
They do look 3D printed. They're kind of hexagonal. They have the texture, those sour straws.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like you got some sour straws and like crumpled, smashed them up in a ball,
cubed them a little,
and then cubed them a little bit.
Exactly.
That's what they look like. I don't know. Would you, if you saw 3D printed vitamins, would you?
I don't really
trust that.
No.
Is it the same to you?
The reason being that I don't really believe in. I'm of the opinion that vitamins are kind of a scam, like the multivitamin.
For sure.
I have a vitamin D deficiency, so I take a vitamin D supplement for that reason.
You and 80% of the country.
Indoor people.
Yeah.
So I'll take a supplement, but I I think that vitamins just don't really work.
But this one, Andre, it allows you to choose
I know.
7
and that
of
is
your
kinda cool.
vitamins and print them onto your own little vitamin. There's
Which
something
is
kind of
pretty
cool
cool.
about that.
I think if I took a daily multivitamin, then I would be into this because it's like, oh, this is more personalized. It's kind of interesting. But as somebody that doesn't currently take a multivitamin, I'm not gonna. This isn't the thing that changes it for me.
How do you feel about this? So on this website, it goes down and it's like personalize your own, which says, choose between 7 vitamins. And then a couple other like minnow pure nutrients, plant-based nutrients, right? So
High flyer nutrients.
If you click learn more, tell me what you feel about this chain of events that happens. Did you click more?
Yes, I clicked learn more.
And then it asks you, hold on, before we give you that information,
Put in your information.
put in your name. What should we
Yes.
call you?
It's just like,
This makes me want to kill myself.
and why do we need that at all?
No, like it'd be one thing if it was like have a request,
Yeah.
something like that. But to drill deeper into it, tell me more about these 7 vitamins. Hold on,
Because I don't really
Let me
feel
make
the
a
need
lead
to
for
do
you
this.
first.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big.
Let us email you first.
Yeah, that upsets me.
in
to
case
see
we
that.
lose you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a fan of that. Anyway,
I think interesting science. Interesting that this is possible.
yeah,
If you're a vitamin person, you should check out Get Nourished. But as a non-vitamin person, not interested. That's one good idea, one okay idea.
Yeah.
Can't say it's a bad idea.
yeah. I think the concept of building your own vitamin
Yeah.
and the fact that you can do it, I guess, presumably for cheaper with
Yeah.
3D printing is compelling. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. Vitamins, I'm like,
Totally.
Well, I have
All
one more, or we can move into the big idea. What do you think?
Let's do one more.
One more. All right.
Diego
I
gave
saw
me
this.
the producer thumbs up
Producer
to do
gives
another.
a thumbs up. We're good on time. So this is Time Chi, and this is like the almost stereotypical gadget. For
It's
the
almost
show.
the stereotypical steal this idea thing to talk about. Because the first thing you see on the website is introducing the more productive you. Introducing the more productive you twice. That's what it says for me.
Yeah, this website seems almost broken.
It's definitely a little bit broken.
But the idea is this is like a little puck
Yeah.
that goes on your desk.
Kind of looks like a nest.
Yeah, it does look a lot like a nest.
Yeah.
But this goes on your desk, and in the same way that, like, this was pitched to me, like the same way that you have like rings, like exercise rings, you have focus rings. And so this little focus ring goes around the outside of your this little nest thing, tells you how long you've been focused. And once you hit a ring, like it.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's attractive. If the website wasn't completely broken, I could tell you like how much it costs. Oh, it looks like it's a waitlist product, right?
Of course. What is that?
I
Like,
know. Well, how much would you pay? So, I mean, it's attractive. It's got like a LED screen.
yeah.
It's another kind of productivity tracking device. How much would you pay for Time Chi?
I have a hard time.
Like,
I have a hard time seeing this retail for under $100.
I think I bet it would retail for $100.
Yeah.
That's kind of my instinct. I don't know that I would pay that.
Yeah. If this was like, if they're doing some Black Friday deal, again, if it was like $60, I'd be like, oh.
I'm still kind of not exactly. So you're not like, yeah, I definitely do it for $60.
I mean, I definitely do it for $30.
Yeah, I think what probably strikes at the root of is just like much like Drawscope, where we pulled it up and it's like, wow, this is completely different
Yeah.
than anything we've talked about on the podcast before. What these productivity products need to do is be completely different. Like
Right.
it needs to not be another band you put on your head
Or
that
dice
measures
that
brainwaves.
It's a dice that you turn.
Yeah, or something you poke or push to show that you just completed something. It needs to be like completely different than that
Yeah.
because none of this stuff is getting traction.
Yeah. And it definitely should be, more in the sense of like, I don't want to have to go in and be like, and now it's my focus time. Like, I want something that figures that out and pushes me and prompts me.
Or
and
rewards me in a different way or like
Yeah,
offers something different.
There's some, the problem hasn't been solved yet. And the ways that they're trying to solve it are low hanging and not great.
Definitely.
Okay, Andre, I think we're there.
You think?
I think we've gone through some good ideas, gone through some bad ideas. And now it's time for you to bring the big idea, which is an actual good idea that the thieves should steal.
Yes.
Now, historically, you've had a website that you've made.
I do have a website, but first I want to say like I just get this weird feeling.
The sweats.
The sweats. It's so weird. Like I'm literally for years I don't think I've had butterflies. And as soon as Diego a minute ago like lifted the volume switch to play
He's like,
the intro
okay.
music, it was like
Pressure's
I'm nervous.
on.
All right, and I don't know why, because you're generally nice about the idea.
I would say that on the whole, even if it's a bad idea, I'll be like, I could probably find a way to really
yeah, and that's
praise
part
this.
of what we do is we make good ideas. We make bad ideas good ideas.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just get scared.
Well, as long as it's not College Pen.
It's not College Pen 2. I will say, Scott and I were chatting earlier today, and he's like, just don't let it be College Pen 2. It's not College Pen 2, but here's where you should go, Scott. It's buildbettercloset.com. Buildbettercloset.com. And I built this website, and the headline is kind of, you live your life, and we'll take care of where your favorite shorts are. And what we came up with is the idea that there should be an RFID-controlled podcast or an RFID-controlled closet where first you start by taking all of your clothes and tagging and putting like basically a small RFID sticker. Adhesive can last in the wash. The technology exists. And attach it to all of your clothes and go through your whole closet and then scan it into an app. So you take all those RFID tags, you take a picture so you know everything that's in the closet.
Yep.
And then wear it.
Sure.
Right? Do all of your daily things and then benefit, basically. And the way that we do that is... What are you doing?
Go on.
I'm being extremely distracted by Abe doing that repeatedly. Stop doing anything. Essentially, you take... So at this point, you've had your entire closet cataloged. Then we're going to give you 3 RFID scanners.
Okay.
One for your hamper, one for your closet, and one for your washer.
Okay.
So that the app knows now. And kind of what I was joking around when I ideated on this is kind of like Topgolf for your clothes. Because Topgolf,
Sure.
there's an RFID in every ball, and that's
Right.
how it knows where all your balls went, right?
Right.
Same concept,
Okay.
except in your clothes. And now the Better Closet app knows what's in the wash, what's in the hamper, and what's in your closet. And it's like, okay, that's interesting in itself, but it's like now you start ideating on what the benefits of that are, right?
Okay.
And there's a bunch that we came up with, like just right off the top of your head. It's one is like spring cleaning mode. We use our AI to identify your unworn or too worn clothes so that you can throw them away.
You do not wear this shirt.
Exactly, because it knows. It's like, this hasn't been out of your closet, hasn't been in the wash, hasn't been in the hamper. This is
Right.
going nowhere, so get rid of it. But also like an intelligent laundry day. So Better Closet, by knowing what's in your hamper and knowing what came out of the washer, it knows and smartly checks what's still in your closet so you never run out of your favorites. It's like right now, there's basically nothing in your closet for you to wear. If you don't do laundry now, you're going
Right.
to be out. But then it's like, it's also obviously connected to the internet. So it has rainy day. It knows what the weather's going to be. It knows what you're going to need that week.
I really
it knows
I like
what's-
the idea of Better Closet sending you a notification that says, "Hey, by the way, all of your favorite shirts are in your hamper."
Exactly.
You know,
Or they all haven't been checked into the closet. So they all need to be folded still. Or they all need to be put away. Right. And
Yeah.
it's smart integration. So it's like Better Closet can connect with sites like ThreadUp and Poshmark, which are these like reselling sites, and instantly tell you like how much value you have if you were to sell this item or comparable items and things like that.
it's like, "Hey, you don't wear this, and by the way, if you sold it, you'd get $20 for it."
Totally. So it's like when I look at this, where I see the value that I would have is probably mostly in just like intelligent laundry day, which is I don't know that I'm out of things I like to wear until I'm out, right?
Right.
So it's
That's
like
that's so. I just went on a vacation, and you bring a bunch of the shirts you like, so those are all dirty, obviously. And I that stage where I look at all the shirts, I'm like, I hate so many of these.
exactly.
I just don't want to wear
Exactly.
any of these that I don't have to. Where are the shirts that I like? And so I'll either like go in my hamper and be like, I'll just wear this one again.
Yeah.
Or I'll like make a concerted effort
Exactly.
to try and do a load of laundry. This has also helped too with forgetting to transfer laundry, which is something where I'll often start laundry and be like, "Hey, babe, did
Did that get to the dryer?
you transfer that?" She's like,
Yeah.
"No." It's like, cool. I guess
Shoot.
we'll just have to run that one
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Anything else you want to add before
I mean, I think those are the main value props. It's just like an app that's connected to your closet, knows everything that's in there and everything that's in all the other states of laundry.
Yeah.
Hamper, washing, etc.
Better Closet.
And then can make smart recommendations about when you need to do laundry, what you have in there,
Yeah.
what you need to get rid of, what you maybe need to wash so that it's ready for a rainy day or sunny day or whatever, and then helps you offload stuff you don't want.
So a couple questions, and then, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really fun, interesting idea. So you talk about one technologies there of this being waterproof.
Yeah.
So
that's confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I've done enough research to know that you can put an RFID tag and a sticker.
Right.
So a sticker, and then put it on a clothing label, and it won't wash off.
So yeah, I guess that to me seems like the biggest hurdle is if I have a certain piece of clothing that is not like adhesive to whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there probably are certain fabrics that would be a challenge.
I mean, for a guy like me, it's like I have jeans and shorts and t-shirts. Probably would work
I think
with most
everything
of my-
that you typically would wear, I think would work.
Yeah,
But fringe cases are like you have a weird winter jacket and things like that.
Yeah, and I could see my wife having, or women in general having certain types of cardigans and things that are small and tiny, and that they don't really they might not work the same.
Kind of
way.
where I landed is like anything with a tag, it'll definitely work on.
Yeah.
But it's some stuff maybe is going to be a little more challenging.
That's the first thing I do when I get a shirt is just rip a tag
Really?
right off. I
don't do that
cannot
at all.
handle tags.
I've never even thought to.
Really? Oh man, if I have a tag back here, I'm just like, ugh.
That doesn't even strike me.
But I can barely wear. If I wear a collared shirt for like a day, I'm dying. I
Really?
get like big time irritation on my neck. Sucks. So
It feels like you're not super into it.
no.
Walk me through your objections.
No.
Is it that you don't see the value?
No, I absolutely see the value. I'm trying to get my headspace in the. All right, like would I? Like how big is this?
You're really hung up on the little tag, which
Well-
I'm shocked by. Because to me, that's like the least problematic part of anything.
Yeah,
What's maybe a little more problematic because I think that depending on what the consumer technology and like what the cost
Sure.
would be, you might have to hold the item up to
Oh,
and like get a little green light or something.
Like check it in.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's where I thought I might have to like deal with some objection handling. But the tag, yeah, it's a sticker. It's like yay big, about
Sure.
the size of a penny.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
So it'll fit on most things.
yeah, because basically,
And I don't think you'd feel it. It's a sticker.
the Better Closet experience is I basically say I want to sign up for Better Closet. Like, great, here's 100 stickers.
Exactly.
And then
I think actually the price of the stickers were so low when I was looking that I think that the company can say lifetime free stickers.
Yeah, as many stickers
Yeah,
you
just
want.
like send us an email if you need more or whatever. And then you're paying for essentially the app, which maybe potentially could have a monthly fee. Maybe. I'm obviously usually against that, but then you're paying for the 3 RFID devices for each check-in place
and I think in the wash and in the hamper, easy to check it in. I think a little bit harder in the closet if I'm like having to like beep and like put it back. A little bit harder.
you don't like that.
I mean that becomes like a harder thing.
Yeah.
I do wonder if there's some way to. I don't really understand. I don't really know the full scope of RFID, but basically a much broader of like, as long as it's in a proximity here, it's checked in.
Yeah. I think that I know for sure that exists.
Yeah.
Whether or not it can fit into the price point of a consumer closet,
Sure.
unclear.
No, to me, as you start getting to the values of like, oh, that would be, because at first it's like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to know where my pants are or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, like to actually know, because I probably have 30 shirts.
Yeah.
And you kind of get into this like, oh, I kind of wear this one every once in a while, right? Like I'm surely I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like for it to like tell me that and to be like, you are being wasteful right now, or like, yeah, you're washing this too much.
Yeah.
Like you're ruining at the rate in which you're washing jeans, you're gonna have to buy a new pair of jeans soon, and like that's gonna cost you money.
Totally.
So I think the benefits are there for sure, and yeah, I'm just like,
It kind of also just seems cool.
it does seem
There's
cool.
something that's just kind of cool about it. I think that also where you can
It's a
offer
great
a lot
website
of
also.
consumer. Yes, thank you very much. I worked really hard on it. Where you can offer a lot of consumer value is just like constantly adding to the app, because the more you think about it, like there's just more and more that the app could do.
Yeah.
Like I said, like integrating with products or sites to sell the clothing, things like a weekly outfit builder where it knows everything that's in your closet and has a picture of it. So it's like you're dragging and dropping what you're going to wear that week. The more clothing
Yeah.
you wear, obviously the more value you'll get. The more people in your house, the more value you'll get.
Yeah, I wonder if you build this outfit profile and you have almost like a Stitch Fix stylist who you opt into having them basically just like thumb through everything you have and be like, all right, this is what you wear. Here are the things that I like. This is the stuff that's going to go with what you have, as opposed to like
endless opportunities
filling out
to work with people.
Yeah,
and especially like they can access basically pictures of your entire wardrobe. They know what you have. They know what you could buy.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
there's potential for like AI that like reads and predicts like colors and images and says like this is probably a blue cardigan.
What would be awesome is if you could partner with a brand like Nike.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have to do that first part of sticking it on everything, and it was just like,
just came with it.
This is in it.
Yeah,
this is in all our stuff.
Awesome.
And then you just need to buy get the stations or whatever to check them in.
Better Closet enabled.
That would be a really cool thing because I think there are probably a fair amount of people who be like, this is cool, this is great. But there are a lot of people who are like, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, this definitely is not for everyone. And so I think removing those barriers to make it more of a wide open, a larger market is going to be like, all right, how do we simplify this? How do we make it the scanning easier? How do we make the tagging easier?
Totally.
And yeah, obviously the easy way is like, big companies just make it done for you. But I think somebody taking a crack at this would be fascinating.
No, and I think so. Like I always do, is I've done a lot of ideating on like how could you build this in a weekend to just test like does this actually bring value at all?
Yeah, well, it'd be cool. It'd be a fun personal project.
It would, and I think like there's a couple ways you could do it like without developing or buying anything, and it's like you could even start with just like QR codes, right?
Sure.
And it, of course, in the super developed consumer version, there has to be like a touch list, like you just touch it to something, you get a green light, and it's checked in or whatever.
Yeah.
But to just test, like, is there value in the concept? You could set up, like, essentially QR codes that you print out. You stick it on all your stuff. And you're just like, I'm going to test this in my home closet. You tag everything with a QR code. You check stuff in at each entry point with, like, a extra iPad camera or whatever you have. That logs all the data. And then you're like, okay, now what can I do with the data? Or you can just buy. When I was looking through, does this already exist? There was a guy that had done like a Instructable, which is like this DIY website on basically the same thing.
Oh, really?
It's just like, here's how you could do an RFID closet, and you put RFID stickers on all your clothes. And I was like, oh, that's like pretty close to what I'm talking about.
That was my idea, idiot.
Well, I mean, he definitely doesn't have the same idea. Like, it's really a much more basic concept.
Sure.
But I think it proves that like an MVP can be done.
Yeah.
And I think like if you're listening to this and you're thinking like, okay, I'm interested in this. I have a maybe just large enough closet that it makes sense for me to have technology like this. Like build an MVP and just like see if the data's any good.
The benefits are so rad. It just it's annoying to me that I can't remove more friction because this idea of like, hey, it's gonna rain tomorrow and all your sweatshirts are dirty.
Yeah.
Like
it's cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like that's a really cool experience and everything logically makes sense. I just could see myself being frustrated at having to check stuff in, and like it wouldn't catch it one time, or a sticker fell off, and being like, so like you'd really have to like nail that portion of it, and like spend a lot of time making that like because it reminds me of a little bit of those machines, those big machines that like would fold your clothes for you, and the whole world is like, yes, please.
Totally. And when you do research on this idea, which is what I was doing, like that comes up everywhere.
Right.
Is stuff that like folds your clothes and puts it away.
It's like everyone in the world's like, yeah, I hate folding clothes. It's like such
But none of that is anywhere close to being real.
No.
For a home.
And that also is a much larger engineering feat because you're dealing with lots
folding
of parts
and like
and
putting
stuff.
away.
Whereas this is like the actual motion's pretty simple, but I do think you could. I think there's a thief out there who's like, I figured this out. There's one other easier way to think of this, and it's done. So,
well, if you're interested, visit buildbettercloset.com. Check out the site that I built for this idea.
Yeah.
And if you like it, send us an email, send us a tweet, call in. There's a bunch of different ways to reach out and say, I like Build Better Closet.
Yeah, I really want to hear the thieves' opinions on this. Thieves, if you have a take on this of like, this would never work, or this is a genius idea, or some other fact that we haven't considered, I really want to hear about that. And we have lots of ways for you to reach us.
Yes, we do.
We have a website.
GhostToThisIdea.com.
We have lots of socials.
All at Ghost to This Idea, basically.
Yeah.
On Twitter, Instagram.
I think our Facebook is Steal This Idea
LinkedIn,
podcast,
Facebook is different.
but
But you can just search Steal This Idea and you'll find us right away.
we have
An email at idea@stealthisidea.com. Our
We've,
phone number that I'm the only person that doesn't know it.
you don't know it yet?
No, I still don't know it.
888-416-4332. 888-416-4332. It's in the show notes, so you can just look.
Give us a call. You can tell us, one, if you have a way to improve this idea or what your thoughts are.
Thieves, if you like the show, you should think about chipping in on Patreon.
You should.
A lot of people are like, what is Patreon? I'm not totally sure what it is. Patreon basically is just a way to support creators like us. You know, a lot of YouTubers have it. A lot of people who just like put out content. And basically you can go on and be like, I'll just donate $1 a month to these guys as a way to support them, which doesn't seem like much, but if 100 people do it or 1,000 people
all
do
of a sudden,
then all of a sudden we can buy
we can
more
start
products,
paying ourselves back for
buy better
all the stuff we've
microphones.
spent on this podcast.
And it's like really encouraging. It like makes us want to invest that much more and make better content and stuff. So there's a link in the description, of course, to support us on Patreon. I also, like I mentioned at the top of the episode, was on the IdeaPRTY podcast. I'll
Check
have
those
a
guys
link.
out.
Yeah, check them
They
out.
have great
They're a
podcasts.
fun show. It's a good. If you like this show, you'd probably like their show. Yeah, that's a good time there. Shout out to a couple people.
My partner, his whole family's listening, Debbie and Cheryl.
Debbie and
Our
Cheryl.
lovely aunts that are listening to the show and supporting the show. We love them. Thank you so much for listening.
Shout out.
Scott has a couple.
Now I've
You've
lost.
got someone. You got someone in your life that listens to the show that you want to recognize.
I do. Well, shout out to Brian, actually, my brother Brian. He's been on the show before. We talked over the weekend, and he's like, he kept on. He's like, oh, I have another idea for your podcast. Oh, I got one more idea for your podcast. And he just was like,
Love it.
loving it. If you're into fantasy novels, my brother Brian has written 2 fantasy novels, and they're both like really good.
Yeah.
Like I know that, you know,
You're obligated to say that.
I'm obligated to say that a little bit, but they're like actually decent, like fantasy novels. If you like into that kind of thing.
What, do you have a name or anywhere I can go to find them?
They're called, it's called The Second Order.
The Second Order, original and sequel, trilogy, whatever.
Yeah, they'll be linked.
The Second Order, you can probably find them on Amazon or something. We'll put a link in the show notes.
Jeez.
Because we love Brian and we want to support Brian.
Now I'm gonna feel stupid if it's not called The Second Order. Maybe it's called The First Order.
The First Order is from
No, it's The Second Order.
Star
Okay.
Wars.
Yeah, it's Second Order, and then he has a sequel called The Ghost Prince or something like that. But
Okay, we will link it in the show notes.
Anyway.
Links to Brian Knutson's book.
and we got some good stuff coming up at the end of this month. We have some exciting live show.
We do.
That we are working on,
Well,
so-
more details to come, which is why you should follow us on all of our socials.
Oh yes.
And visit us at GoStealThisIdea.com. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? I don't know.
Thing that you
Oh,
want to-
check us out on YouTube because this was recorded as a video, so you're gonna want to see Scott and I's lovely faces while we talk about these ideas. Always check out our YouTube channel.
Thanks to Diego, as always, for producing the show, even when we have to shoestring it together.
Even
with
when
that
we
dude.
have so many problems that it's almost crazy. We love Diego. Thank you for supporting the show.
Thieves, we love you. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.